Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to our House Mondays, where gig workers meet and share. We're getting ready for Christmas, and I have a very, very special treat for all executives, and we are talking 34 executives at Lyft and Uber. I am sending them a personal gift with a Christmas card. No jokes, not making this shit up. I'm sending them a gift, a book. I'll tell you about the book, right? The book is about how to get along with workers, co-workers, how to get along with us, right? How to improve the working relationships with those workers, with those drivers, right? Learn how to deal with the people you work with, right? Uber and Lyft have to learn how to treat their employees, not fire them through Zoom, right? But really they need to learn how to treat the employees at the headquarters, right? And most importantly, they need to learn how to treat the drivers with respect and pay them accordingly. So my idea here is to get into the media, right? That I, as a driver, as a recruiter, as a representative on YouTube, right? That I expose them in the media, push out this press release, of course, rather sarcastic, right? But that I have personally gifted 34 executives this book, right? Each and every single one of them. There's 34, we'll go through them. Rick Nelson's in the house, Nifty 50, Dan's in the house, Tommy. Yeah, it is a great idea. And Jashawn Harris, what's up, my brother? How's it going? Are you driving around with your new car? I'm super proud of you. Awesome. Make that work. Get the credit repaired, get the credit up, right? And then save up, put the money aside for your SUV. Jashawn's got a great game plan. And he didn't just talk about it. What I like about him, what I like about his character is that he acted on it. You know, he presented his plan to me and said, do you think this is good? Do you think this will make sense money-wise? I looked at it and I said, yes, that will make sense. And he acted on it. So I salute people that take action. Not just talk, right? Not start cycles, but starting, doing, completing. Jashawn went through all those three phases. He started the idea, right? He put the energy into it, and he completed it by doing the transaction. Just like I did here on Amazon. I'm buying this book for all the executives, right? There's 34 in total. I'll be sending Dara Khosrowshahi a book, Nelson Chai a book, Tony West a book, Nikki a book, Andrew McDonald a book, Pierre Dimitri Gore a book, Sandeep Jan a book, Jill Hazelbaker a book, Eric Mayhafer a book, and Bo Young Lee, as well as some of the other board of directors. And I will be sending Logan Green, John Simmer, Anthony Fox, Brian Roberts, Kristen Zverchek, Rand McCarvey, Isa Lipkovitz, Megan Callahan, Cal Langton, Samir Qureshi, Amit Patel, Sean Agarwal, Valerie Jarrett, David Louis, Anne Miora Ko, and Maggie Wilderotter. There's 34 in total. I'm sending them this book, right? There it is, $270 for this particular book. And I'm then going to blow it up in the media. That this is a gift from us drivers, right? And you know, the readers will understand the sarcasm. Jashawn says he's been driving since the second day I got the car. Amen. Just make it work, my friend. Make it work. And we're going to school them, Dan, because this is where they have a lot to learn, right? All they are doing is they are obeying and bowing down to their investors, right? And they are forgetting the big picture. right? They are forgetting how they got to this share price. They're forgetting that without the drivers, without the essential drivers during the pandemic, they would never, ever have achieved those numbers. They would have never achieved those numbers without the Uber Eats delivery people and without the rideshare people, right? So I want to remind them with this book, and I have the Christmas cards. I got a good deal for a massive pack on Christmas cards. Personally write it. I have a person who's going to write it out in that really nice, whatever, hieroglyphic writing. Sign it on behalf of the drivers. If you want to chip in $2 to $5, by all means, please do. My exercise, I just calculated it out, but I'm more than willing to pick up the tab. 34 books. They were $8 a piece. The shipping is $40 plus the Christmas cards, $350. And then I think I'm going to go for the less expensive, the $99 press release, because I think, with social media and people passing that press release around, we're getting a lot of coverage. And we're going to expose them and show these guys, right? We're going to show these 34 executives where they have a lot of learning to do. And that is, how do you treat your workers? How do you build bridges to your workers, right? How do you respect your workers? I'm going to remind them in the Christmas card, safety. What are you doing about safety for your drivers? What are you doing for the people that are bringing you in the money, right? So they're not going to read the book, but the gesture is a slap in the face, right? Because not only am I going to take pictures of me dropping it off at United States Postal Services, I'm going to package it up in a nice press release, and that drivers I want to get on CNN, I want to get on Fox, I want to get real big exposure with big media ideas. And I think this is a fantastic way to get international exposure. I'm going to write to the TV stations if they want to interview me. Why did you buy these 34 books for these people? And I'm going to explain to them, even if I can just get on 1 or 2 channels, even if I can just get on ABC or Reuters. What I want to do is I want to use the opportunity, right, to address the companies, the executives, the financial world, all the users, all the riders, that the people that are actually making this happen, that are driving you drunk from A to B, that are driving the people down to the hospital in the pandemic, are the workers, and they do not get the recognition. Why? Because Uber and Lyft have failed this test miserably, and that is learning how to deal with their workers, whether they want to call them independent contractor workers, whether they want to call them drivers, whether they want to call them employees. They have failed on every single level to recognize their workforce. All about themselves, all about their salaries, all about their investors. Who's left out of the equation? Those 5 million people. And I think this is going to come across well, right? Because, the media loves witty ideas. The media loves sarcasm. So you could say, hey, we personally, from drivers around the United States, around the world, we are sending this gift as a token, right, to acknowledge workers during the pandemic and to do more in 2021. Wicked Hustle Guy, you can make a video on this, but this is what I'm doing. 34 of these books on Amazon, shipping them out to the Lyft headquarters, to the Uber headquarters, and showing these executives, right, that they need to learn how to work, not just amongst themselves, passing this money around, just the big boys club, but to relate to the people on the street who are bringing in wheelbarrows of cash during the toughest times. That's where guys like Logan, where guys like John have so much to learn. How do we treat people? How do we treat our workers? How do we treat our drivers? That's what I'm pushing for in 2021. And to me, still probably the most important topic that doesn't get enough attention: safety, 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 safety. Right? What are you going to do for driver and rider safety? Every single day, there is some story, every single day, of either assault or a stabbing or a beating or a kicking or a killing or a rape or an attempted rape. What are you going to do about that in 2021? And I want to address that. Merry Christmas, Dara Koshashawi, blah, 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 from your drivers. I think you will benefit from reading this book. Make 2021 better for your drivers and for your delivery workers. DJ Red Rain in the house. Yitnik Zude is in the house. Uber Lyft, they don't care about the drivers at all. Don't forget that they have backup plan to get their drivers by having self-driving cars. Yeah, the self-driving cars are down the line, but I still feel that in 2021, with this idea, and listen, it's loaded with a ton of sarcasm, especially the press release, right? Is that we have an opportunity to make them look like fools. We have an opportunity to show the world they don't care about the people that haul in the cash, right? So you can chip in next Monday. Obviously, next Our House Monday, I'm actually sending this out. Larry, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Towards that, I'm going to raise a total, and if I can't raise it, it's fine. But I'm going to raise a total of $350 for the Christmas cards, the books, and the shipping, and another $100 or $150. I think the $150 press release gets you into MarketWatch, Yahoo Finance. You know, I think when people start picking up that story, that, you know, symbolic 5 million drivers have bought this book, and it's going to be extremely sarcastic. I appreciate it. It says, Merry Christmas, diversification, or all eggs in one basket. Investing, diversification, or all eggs in one basket. Diversification all day long, Larry. And that is, you know, dibble and dabble in stocks, get a couple of residuals going on. I'm also still this month going to be doing a long video on how to set up an online course, right? Because with an online course, you truly set it up. You have your tripod, your camera, you create your curriculum, and you share that knowledge. For example, Scott Tucker, right, who does credit repair. He could make an online course, walk the people through that online course on Teachable, right, and show them how to increase. And maybe that course is $9.95. I don't know, whatever you want to put, whatever price tag. But that's going to be another great, that's my Christmas gift. Been putting a lot of effort into this to the gig community, right? Showing you how to set up your own online course. Because over the years with online courses, I've made really, really good money. And while we're talking about it, if you do get the opportunity, please just go and subscribe to my real estate channel. There it is. Just click on there, subscribe. They're going to be real estate investing courses, real estate exam preparations, real estate appraisal courses, setting up all these courses. You can monetize them. Wicked Hustle Guy says, I don't know if it's because they are greedy. I feel that it's because their incentive towards volume, increasing the number of booking fees as compared to enlarging their share. Sure. I mean, it all boils down to greed. And when you are in that, you know, when you're moving in that energy field of greed, ego greed, usually listen, it's hard to explain to an executive that doesn't really tap into the universe and see the big picture. There's many executives, yes, they've gone out. Yes, they have a Harvard degree. Yes, they have a Yale degree. Yes, they've studied at Berkeley. Yes, they started getting supersonic salaries and worked their way up all the way to an executive role, CEO role. But on the way, on that journey of becoming to get to that top, it was always me, me, me. Me, feed my ego, me, want to outdo others, me, me, me. How do I get to that 40 million salary? They walked over a lot of bodies and people to get to that point, right? But in the bigger picture, every single person along the way, that's just in my DNA, that's how I was taught, right? You treat people fairly and equally, from the king, right, to the ambassador, right down to the janitor. And I'm not saying right down to the janitor. The janitor is not in the lowest pecking order. They're all on the same playing field. When you are going around talking and shaking hands, you have to connect with everyone. A guy that was very good at that, he passed away recently, Diego Maradona, the soccer star. He could talk to everyone. He could talk to the people in the slums. He could shake hands with presidents, executives. He was a people's person. Wherever he went, whether the person in the elevator shook the hand, gave them a hug, or gave them a kiss, he would treat people equally. There's one thing I always admired and loved about Diego Maradona. He knew how to treat people. Now, he went off the deep end with pills and alcohol and all of that. But, can you just imagine, had he conquered that, had he got over that hump, I mean, that is truly maybe his dark side, but he was still, the people loved and adore him. If you've ever seen the footage of his funeral just recently in Argentina and Buenos Aires, he was put in buried next to his parents in a little graveyard outside of Buenos Aires in Argentina, right? If you Google or YouTube that footage, this guy was a god. And the reason why he was a god of the people is because he knew how to treat people. If that guy had ever run for president, if he didn't have his dark side with his pills and his alcohol, if he ran for president, he would have been president because he can relate and feel the people. This, my friends, is where these guys in their ego world fail, right? Because these guys move in the me, me, me world. It's all about me. What's in it for me, right? I need that investor. Once I have that investor, how do I feed me? How do I just keep on feeding me? How do I keep on feeding my ego? Right? Dara Khosrowshahi, right? How often has Dara, maybe once or twice, done a little video interview? Didn't do very well. It's not a sort of a social extrovert type of character. It's rather introverted, right? But how often did he really go out and try and mingle with the people? How often did Dara try to be a Diego Maradona? Try to be a people's person? No, it was always about what can I do next in my scheme, exploiting others to satisfy the top, the executives, and the investors. That's all they could think. That was their world. That is their world. And the book is a friendly reminder, very smartly written up by my guy that does the press releases, Andrew Carmen, right? Is how do these people, or how can these people reach out and build bridges, work on activities to improve the relationships with drivers, learn how to deal with the people they work with, namely their driver force, their delivery force, right? Just a friendly little reminder with a Christmas card. Nothing wrong with that. Feed the ego, feed the bank account, says Jimmy. Rick Nelson says, yeah, Jimmy, that's just the way it really is. Boo Boo F says, happy Monday from Avondale, Arizona. I hope it's warmer over there. Super windy here in LA, in the 70s, but still nice and warm outside. It's more like Santa Ana's. I don't know if you guys have been outside yet. It's Moose says, to misquote Michael Douglas from the movie Wall Street Greed, for the lack of a better word, is a bad thing or is a bad thing? Probably a bad thing, right? So yeah, I appreciate your input. Monday, I'm just going to really open it up for a nice big fundraiser. I'm going to get the monies together for the books, the shipping, the Christmas cards, and I've got a $5 contribution towards it already, right? So I've got $5 towards the cause from Larry. And now, before we jump back into the article, quick shout out to my sponsor, Cover, Kover, Gig Protection Plan. You get 1 month free with the link below. Check it out. Follow the link. Another huge shout out to Brian Greening and his crew, his legal crew at Legal Rideshare, that are there for us in case we get an injury or our riders get hurt in a car accident or our car gets damaged or we lose wages. Huge shout out to them. And then please, let's support this startup, right? These guys are banging heads with Uber Connect. Uber Connect, as you know, just launched their delivery platform, right? You can Google it under Uber Connect. I made a video about it yesterday on Sunday. And simultaneously, literally in the same month, Curial, you can become a Curial. Again, just go to Courial. Let me put it in there, www.curial.com. Support these guys, Stefan and his crew. Sign up there as a user or as a driver. They are doing an 80-20 split, right? And that, that is what people want back from Uber, those good old days, 6-7 years ago. But Curial is coming out straight out with an 80-20 split, 80% for the driver, the delivery driver, 20% for the company. And just in a nutshell, order anything and have it delivered in under 30 minutes. Curial is the courier app for everything, from a set of keys, legal documents, to drinks, groceries, dry cleaning, furniture, to food, snacks, to electronics. No minimum order, no surge fee, right? And they will even deliver professionals to your door or to your work, whether you need a manicurist, whether you need a barber, a hairdresser, whether you need a handyman, you can order that through their platform. Pretty genius. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, we are waiting for Congress to pass that bill. The word is about $900 billion. I hope they sign off on it. I hope the senators can finally have a meeting of the minds and get the money out to the people, keep the economy going until we rebound, until we get back on our feet, right? So let me know what you think about the idea that I put out there. Again, I'll be sort of doing a little bit of fundraising throughout the week. Next Monday is going to be the last day I'll be raising funds for this, even if it's $2, even if it's $1, even if it's $5, right? I'm going to use that towards the books, the shipping, the Christmas cards, and I personally write 34 cards to these individuals, right? Again, Dara Koshashawi, Nelson Chai, Tony West, Nikki, Krishna Murthy, Andrew McDonald, Bo Young Lee, Eric Mayhofer, Joel Hazelbaker, Sandeep Jan, Pierre Dimitri Gore, Cody. Santa is going to bring you a gift from the drivers, namely a book. And the book is going to teach you how to work with your workers, how to work with your co-workers, how to work with your drivers, how to respect them, how to get the best out of them, not just to shove them aside and extract the maximum from them, right? And coupled with a nice press media, with a press release, I think we'll do well. I think we'll reach a lot of people, and I think we're going to embarrass a lot of these executives, right? That we actually took the time and picked this book, handpicked. I went through a lot of books before I chose this book. I put some thought into this, right? This book specifically addresses what these guys are lacking, what Logan Green is lacking, what John Zimmer is lacking, what Anthony Fox is lacking, what Brian Roberts is lacking, what Kristen Zverchak is lacking, what Rand McCarvey is lacking, what Isa Lipkovitz is lacking, what Megan Callahan is lacking, what Cal Langton is lacking, what Samir Qureshi is lacking, what Amit Patel is lacking, what Seen Sean Agarwal is lacking, what Maggie Wilderotter is lacking, what Anna Miaroko is lacking, what David Levy is lacking, and what Valerie Jarrett is lacking. All 30 of them. I'm going to show them what skills they are lacking, and that is how to relate to the workers, to the, and if you look at it as a pyramid, on the lower level, and that doesn't say we're the low people, no, but we're the people out there in those cars, bringing in the money, paying middle management, paying upper management, paying executives. This money that's made at the bottom filters up and pays these type of people. Now, these people on the top need to truly read the book and learn how to treat the people here on the streets, on the highways, on the byways, on the avenues, on the lanes, on the roads. They need to learn how to treat their workers. And I think it's going to be a fantastic little bit of sarcasm over Christmas for these guys. Look a little bit stupid. Wicked Hustle Guy says, what's the total cost limit on that? Is there lower limit cost that we could augment the campaign with, also maybe buying gifts for the children of rideshare drivers as well? Let me understand that. Buying gifts for the children of rideshare drivers. Well, look, if you had to buy gifts for the children of rideshare drivers, gosh, you'd have to raise millions and millions of dollars, right? This is just more or less humiliating the executives and showing the world, showing the readers, showing the people tuning in to Yahoo Finance, Market Watch, all these channels that they have not taken care of the individuals that have taken care of them. But yes, as far as your idea goes, sure, but that would take a lot of work and probably a year to set up. I mean, I would do that in form of a non-profit.org, set up a 501c3, and maybe next Christmas. You can't do that within 3 weeks. This you can. This is just ordering the books, writing the cards, pushing out the press release all before Christmas. Done, right? And many of these people will only open, and they're going to be properly wrapped, right, with Christmas wrapping, bows, all nice. And they know it's coming because they're going to see it in the media. They may not even open it. It's just the fact that we've taken a swipe at them, that we've humiliated them a little bit in the marketplace, right? Showing America, showing the world that these guys don't do SHIT for their workers. It's the sarcastic Christmas gift package. I like that. Right? Cool. Awesome. So yeah, let's open up the room to Our House Mondays. Very curious to hear how you guys did over the weekend. Anybody out there hustling before Christmas, or are we still hanging low and playing it safe? Right? Do share. And then if anyone can give me some feedback on Uber Connect, if anyone's actually joined the delivery platform and can send screenshots, proof of earnings, that would be wonderful. Abstract Echo says, I got some more paperwork from Potter Handy this morning. Looks like things are moving along. Yeah, look, it is moving along, and I'll tell you why. Because their share price is up. They have a lot of money that's flowed into the system. I mean, it literally has gone up 37%. Some people say up 49%, right? So the money is there. So now they want to settle these cases, these class action lawsuits. Obviously, they're going to try and settle for the least amount of dollars. But word on the street is January, February, there should start being some settlements by Uber. And this comes directly from attorneys, right? I, for one, I've made it very, very clear to Mark Potter, to Jim, that I am not settling cents on the dollar. Absolutely not, right? Especially And I made it clear, it's just how I am on the phone with these attorneys. I said, I've brought you a shitload of drivers, and usually you get about 10% for each referral. I didn't take any referral monies. So bringing these people hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of drivers that these law firms, obviously they go out and bat for you and get your money. But don't forget, the lawyers make a lot of money. So I have made these guys boatloads of money by recruiting for them. And I said to him, Mark Potter, Jim, the guys at Potter and Handy, do not sell Torsten Kunert rideshare professor out. Settle big amounts for all the drivers, right? They have the money. Their share price is at $53, $54 right now. They've got the cash. Go after the money in January or February. And Mark Potter and anyone at Potter Handy, if you are listening in, right, get to work. Do it. We did it for you. You do it for us. Rena JG says, I'm moving from New York to California next month. You're going to literally be moving from ice cold to warmer weather. Welcome. Yeah, you can contact me when you're here. I'll put my email out there, no problem. There it is. It's Moose says the 908 billion is just a down payment on what is needed for the people. Hopefully they will pass it. Yeah, I mean, what you would really need is probably $2 to $3 trillion. 900 billion, not even a third of it, is just to basically keep the states, the hospitals, the PPE going, right? Just keep it moving forward. James Campbell's in the house. What's up, everyone? Haven't seen you for a long time. James, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. I just heard back from Harrisburg about my complaint with Uber. It passed through, and my request to sue Uber got the green light, no pun intended. Does that mean you can move into the courts, or do you have to go through arbitration? I mean, it's beautiful if you can bypass arbitration. Abstract Echo says, Jimmy says, right now it's cold. Salesmen have their hands in their own pockets. Rena G says, just need guidance about Uber. Someone told me Uber will not move my account to California. If I will do, then they will put me in a background check. You will always periodically do a background check, especially if you're doing a transfer or a city transfer. They will check all your credentials again. That's just how it works. Get prepared. You know, good. If you have nothing to worry about on that background check, you should be good. Whether you're driving in San Diego, Monterey, LA, San Francisco, Palm Springs, Orange County. I don't know where you're moving to, Rena, but you should be fine. Shouldn't be any problems. Uberman Paul is in the house. Welcome, Florida. And my good buddy Elias is in the house. Compton's in the house. We welcome you. Please, James, let us know if you could find out if they green lighted your case, if you can take them to Superior Court. Superior Court, it really gets interesting. I mean, you're talking $25,000 upwards in damages. And what really makes Superior Court very interesting is that a judge can slap down punitive damages. And punitive damages are just really symbolic damages. In one case that I packaged up when I had a company with a former partner, the judge passed down $600,000 penalty and punitive damages that the defendant had to pay us, right? To get the money is another thing, right? So the actual damages were about $250,000, got another $600,000 in punitive damages, right? So now we have to go after that money. That means attach liens on their houses, blah, 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 research, hire detectives. Where do they have property? Where do they have assets? The people don't want to have to pay. You have to go and find out, right? At least with Uber and Lyft, it's pretty secure. They don't pay within 30 days, boom, you're back to court, and then the fines go up, right? Even if you're in small claims court, if you take the landlord to court, doesn't always mean you collect. You might have won a verdict against them or a judgment against them, right? They have 30 days to pay. They don't pay you. You have to drag that case back into small claims court, of course, then the damages get higher, right? It's the same thing, for example, helping someone go after a person, a man that hasn't paid child support, right? Then you start bringing orders to the court, right? You can bring contempt of court orders. Now, if it's $5,000 or $10,000 in child support that's owed over a year and it's not been paid, I mean, they potentially face anywhere from 6 months to 2 years prison time, right? So once a deadbeat dad gets papers served on them, and I'm going after this one guy's ass, right? They then like, oh my God, I just got contempt of court. I have to now get myself represented by the state, get an attorney, and I could potentially face 6 to 12 months. It's 6 months to 2 months prison time. So that individual will cooperate when you start squeezing him by the balls. Watch. It's going to be very, very easy to collect from this guy. He's been dodging. And I was like, okay, enough. What can we do now? What's like the maximum penalty to corner this rat, this deadbeat father, and get the cash? And I'm going to do that to this individual, right? And maybe even out him on my channel. Okay, I'm going to just tell this person who's been calling and calling and calling, hey, text. People don't know the meaning of text. Thanks, I need your guidance in California. I don't have any Uber friends in California. I will introduce you. And by the way, if I could give you a really, really good suggestion, Rena, is to join the local Facebook groups. Not sure where you're coming to. Are you coming to LA or San Diego? You want to go and join those local Facebook groups. They have anywhere from 500 people to 5,000 in those groups. You make a lot of friends. You get a lot of info, a lot of intel from those Facebook pages. James Campbell says perhaps the Attorney General can weigh in on that. Might. I mean, if it might want to weigh in on that in your state if a lot of drivers are bringing the same complaint. I never said you were a deadbeat dad, James. We were all great fathers, but there are people out there. There are people out there that are deadbeat dads. You know, they put kids into this world and then they run away from their responsibilities. So I'm going to shine a light on one of these deadbeat dads within the next 2-3 months. Suddenly his name is all over social media. You get really embarrassed and you associate other people with the deadbeat father. You bring in their family, you bring in their business friends. It starts to become very humiliating for this deadbeat dad. So watch, I'll show you how real the guy is. Right, you hit him from multiple angles on social media. And again, that goes against the ego. It goes against, they'll deny everything. They'll deny that they're a deadbeat dad. But at the end of the day, what speaks is, you're $40,000, $50,000 behind, right? And you're not there for your children. I'm talking about a specific deadbeat father that I'm going to expose this month, right? So he's not going to have fun. He's not going to have fun when he meets the South African behind this campaign. Please hit the like button. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And again, for those people checking in, what am I doing this month? Actually getting books for Uber and Lyft executives. There they are, right? Hello, Laura. Hi. As well as these guys here, a little Christmas gift, a book on how to treat their workers with respect, how to build better relationships, bridges to the workforce that's hauling in the money, that's wheelbarrowing in the cash to pay their salaries. There, I think, my friends, they have a lot to learn, right? So again, just 34 executives at Uber and Lyft, $7.95 the book, $8 is the book, that's 272. United States Postal Services charged me $40 for the 2 packages that I sent, the 2 big ones, where all the books get put in. Send it off to 2 addresses, along with the Christmas cards. Jashawn, thank you, I appreciate that. So we have 10 towards the cause already today. Much appreciated, Larry, much appreciated, Jashawn. And then to really humiliate these guys, and this time I don't want to go with the expensive press release. I think I'm going to go with the cheapest one out there, and that is the $99 one. So all total, I'm looking at about $350 for the books, the cards, the shipping, and $99 for the press release, coming in at a total of $450. And out of the $450, I already have 10. So right now I'm in for $440, which is fine. I'm going to get a lot of exposure for my channel, because I'm going to quote my channel in the press release, right? I want them to know, not shy to do this, that I'm behind the idea. Who came up with this? I take full responsibility. Ryan laying in the house. Happy Monday, class in session. Hopefully you and the family are doing great, my friend. Staying safe. I cannot wait for this pandemic crap to be over. Cannot wait. You know, they push the milestones and, oh, it's going to be January. Oh, it's going to be February. Oh, it's going to be March. Oh, it's going to be April. Now, you know, okay, now we'll have a herd community by July. Whatever that date is, whatever that milestone is, get us there, right? If you have to get out, though, that first batch of vaccines and test these guinea pigs first, not on the drivers as this guy wants. He wants to have the drivers line up first. Not going to happen. These guys can line up first. If there's no after effects, if there's no sweating, if there are no shakes, if there are no dead bodies lying in the bed the next day, okay, then let the people take that COVID-19 vaccine. But let's get there. And that is somewhere in 2021, right? I mean, we have literally been facing this out of this year all the way from March to December. We're into this 9 months strong and no relief on the horizon. In fact, the numbers are worse than they've ever been before. Lockdown here in California. My German friends from Munich and Düsseldorf texted me lockdown as of this morning in Germany. Right? Lockdown, 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 lockdown. That doesn't spell the end of the pandemic to me, but somewhere on the horizon in 2021, hopefully, when good vaccines and everyone's tested and the side effects are known, we all get it and we make it through. Very, very interesting times, my friends. Very interesting times. Jimmy says we just started a 3-week lockdown. Correct. Riverside County Sheriff's Department stated they will not enforce it. Yes, I saw that sheriff go before the media and say, listen, I'm not going to enforce this. But look, if people are not willing to come together, and I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, I heard that Biden will make a request that people wear a mask in the first 100 days of his presidency. He's not saying, no, it's not mandatory, just asking the people to all rally and wear a mask. Let's get these numbers down. Because these lockdowns are killing the economy, are killing the restaurants, are killing the small business owner, right? Tough. How do you get through that? Well, you get vaccines to the people, and hopefully everyone pulls their weight, not just 50% of the country. Hopefully everyone participates. Wicked Hustle Guy says, it's the worst. I went out and no surge. I didn't get one call for about an hour, not one $5 trip even. The lockdown is in full effect. Wow, you see, those are real stories, right? People are just not out there because, okay, there's a lockdown, we can't go out. Number of people on the streets, just wait this week. It's going to be like a graveyard, right? I hope you have your Uber and Lyft sticker there. So if any cop sees, oh, that's an Uber or Lyft driver, they're essential, let them go. They won't even bother you if they see that Uber and Lyft sticker in your window. Oh yeah, those guys, that guy over there, I don't have to pull him over. That is an essential driver. You come up maybe, let's say, to a roadblock where they're testing. What are you essential or not? Or are you out driving, and we have a curfew, we have a lockdown, maybe they get a high fine. I think you're good if you have that Uber or Lyft sticker in your window. I think that'll get you through. Whoa, what is this trickery I see? Dustin is driving. How are you? Tell us this trickery here. These are the tricksters, the little tricksters, and that's not the rideshare trickster, but the TRICKSTERS, right? Yeah, no. They owe us gifts. This is a public embarrassment. They're not going to get a big gift, Dustin. It's an $8 book, and the book is very simple. I'm coupling that with a press release, right? And it's going to be rather a sarcastic press release, right? That drivers around the world are gifting these executives a book. Learn how to improve your relationships with your workers, with your drivers. Not just the creme de la creme on the top, not just the bowing down and satisfying the investors, but actually like, hey, read this book and you may learn how to build bridges. You may learn how to deal with the people you work with. You work with us, buddy. We pay your salaries. We bring in the money, right? Don't disregard us. Don't disown us. Don't push us aside. Yeah, you're extracting the monies from our trips. You're paying yourselves from those monies. So now work on those relationships, right? Don't go out and fire people in a Zoom call, Mr. Darragh Khosrowshahi. Come on, you're better than that. You've got to learn how to work with people, not just the me ego syndrome, right, that these people have. And okay, you have a Berkeley, a Yale, or a Harvard degree, fantastic. But that still doesn't get you off the hook, right? That doesn't get you off the hook. You may have a superior education, but you can still treat your people well. That is where they have to learn. That is what this press release is about, right? Timothy says, I wish we could just drive into a testing station and get tested without an appointment. Interesting one. And Dustin, I hope you and the family are doing well. Probably gearing up, probably got the Christmas tree out already. Gifts for the kids underneath the Christmas tree, as it is in this house, right? The Christmas presents are piling up. Everyone's starting to put their presents underneath. The Christmas tree is all lit up, right? And the kids love this. They get all excited, right? They want to like shake the boxes. They want to touch the texture of the boxes. Well, wonder what could be inside. No. Stay away from those gifts. Stay away. You can open them on Christmas Day, right? Ryan says, as entrepreneurs, we have to learn new business and get ready for hard times after the storm. Everything will calm. It will calm down, right? But it's like getting through the storm together. Backups. That's why I gave these guys a big shout out, right? Because they truly are offering a backup. Curial. They're offering drivers a backup. Go right down to the bottom, right there. Get the app, download it, get the user app, become a Curial, right? Or be you can get the, here we go. Our app is in the lab. Get on the joining on the wait list. Here's the partner app to become a Curial, right? 80-20 split. And, companies come out, they set up. All it takes is for 2 or 3 or 4 new players in 2021 to put relentless pressure on Uber Connect, to put relentless pressure on DoorDash, and these other companies, right? So that they start treating us better. James Campbell, shout out, thank you. We'll write that down. Thank you, sir. Muchas gracias. Merci. Dankeschön. Spasiba. We're on 15. There we go. Raising that. Thank you. I definitely did not let Uber push me aside. Absolutely. Literally, for the good in this world, I fought back until I got results. Never, ever quit, right? It's like you hold on, don't let go, right? You hold on, you don't let go. It's like that bulldog. When he locks in, right? You go in for the kill. Never, ever quit. See it through. And so, yeah, you know, sometimes we fail, sometimes we fall off the ladder, but you could still repackage yourself and go straight back up the ladder and try again. Now we have 20 people in the house, 20 likes. That's a nice balance. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Never quit. Just be relentless with your efforts. Relentless on Twitter, relentless on Facebook, relentless on Instagram, relentless with the YouTube videos. They hate that. Talking about that, this one particular dude, right? Not a big fan of him. Not a big fan of Tony Zhu, DoorDash CEO. Why am I not a big fan? Because, and this is just this is just the minimum number that was exposed. They settled for $2.5 million, right? But this MF, this piece of shite, was stealing the tips, right? Tony Zhu and his company was stealing the tips from the drivers. I made a video said delete DoorDash. And any person ordering food, right, that intended to put a tip, that actually put a tip through the tipping platform, and the tip did not arrive with the delivery driver. It arrived at the DoorDash headquarters in Tony Zhu's bank account, right? That person right there should say, that's it, I'm done with DoorDash, delete it, right? And because the tip was intended for the driver. Thank you very much for bringing my food. Here's a $5 tip. Thinking the driver got it. No, he didn't get it. Tony Zhu and DoorDash got it. And I like this article that says DoorDash is the most ridiculous IPO of 2020 and holds no value beyond bailing out private investors. I'll be making a standalone video on that. Again, DoorDash is the most ridiculous IPO of 2020 and holds no value beyond bailing out private investors, say veteran equities analysts. So that's an interesting one. So he's like trying to scramble now. He's just been bombarded with negative publicity in the last 2 weeks, DoorDash, right? Because of this big scamming the drivers out of their tips. Now other companies do it as well. We just need to expose them. So when they settled for $2.5 million, the sad thing is that it was a fraction of what they took from the drivers, a fraction. Penalties, $1.5 million went back to drivers, actually went back to tips, right? A fraction of what the drivers should have got. And then the remaining $1 million went to the attorneys and to the state that sued, to the attorney general, right? So, and DoorDash said, we are going to settle, but in this agreement, we are not going to admit wrongdoing. So the state sold out by taking that money, because they should have said, okay, that's not conditional. It's not like you get away with saying, no, you didn't do anything wrong and settle with the money. You settle the money, $2.5 million, because you owe that and way much more. And you admit publicly that you did wrong. That is where the attorney general screwed up and let DoorDash, Tony Zhu, off the hook, right? Should have not been conditional. That, okay, we'll take this $2.5 million token settlement, fraction settlement, right, from DoorDash, and they then get to say, well, there was no wrongdoing. How do you do that, Mr. Attorney General? And then why did you keep $1 million out of the $2.5 million? Why didn't the full $2.5 million go to the delivery driver that did all the work? I mean, so screwed up. It's like, okay, Attorney General looks for an angle to go and sue a company, and then out of 2.5, they keep $1 million. This is money that these people deserve. This is what DoorDash users paid the drivers tips. So shame on Tony Zhu. That's why I said relentlessly, just across the board, delete DoorDash, delete DoorDash, delete DoorDash. There is no space. There is no space for this type of behavior in the gig world. We have to send a signal that we will not tolerate that all of the other companies, Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates, hang on. This guy, Tony, got caught with his pants down, running around San Francisco in his underwear, right? Because he got exposed, he got humiliated. You do that, Mr. Dara Khosrowshahi with Uber Eats, or you do that, Mr. CEO with that company, and we will expose you, right? Eventually it all comes out, right? These guys have been stealing tips month after month after month. Ladies and gentlemen, the $2.5 million is a token. It's a fraction of what DoorDash actually owes. Ray Branch says, so you can keep on working. Just think about it. If you got extra tips, and I got enough where I can log off the app, especially a person like me that drives up to 35 minutes to pick up, would not be good. True. James says, I'm not just doing this to get back at Uber and go after them for damages. I'm literally doing it because everyone out there deserves a safe platform and fair pay, right? Pay safety. That is literally what this press release is about. Pay, treat your workers well, learn how to treat your workers well, and learn how to keep them safe. Lopez Perez is in the house. Yakima, Washington. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to Lopez and his family. Wicked Hustle Guy. Well, there goes another IPO I'm staying the hell away from, right? I don't know. I mean, I think the headline says it all. DoorDash is the most ridiculous IPO of 2020 and holds no value beyond bailing out private investors. Interesting. We're coming up to the 1 hour mark. I'll be going on for a few more minutes. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Our House Mondays. Feel free to share. If you want something addressed, let me call it out for you. If there's something like James Campbell had like a lot of news to share with us today, thank you for coming in and sharing with us. And thank you for what you are doing, James, in your city, right? And that is moving things in a positive direction. And these guys at Uber and these guys at Lyft, I hope you enjoy the Christmas gifts, the book that I'm sending you guys. Hope you enjoy the Christmas card, right? And I hope you learn from it. There's 34 of them on my list. 34 between these two companies. 34 little gifts going out to you guys. And some people say, well, why the hell are you giving them a gift? Like Dustin says, no ways they don't deserve a gift. Well, this is a gift to more or less humiliate them in the press. All right, my friends. Oh! What else? What else is up? Have you guys done your Christmas shopping? You guys put up your Christmas tree? What are the plans, ladies and gentlemen? Again, quick shout out to Cover, Kover, portable benefits for gig workers. Link is below, you get a free month. Quick shout out to my friends in Chicago at Legal Rideshare, the law firm. If you get into an accident, hit them up, legalrideshare.com. And a huge shout out to Curial for going up against Uber Connect. Go and register there and become a Curial 80-20 split, my friends. Oh, good. Look, that's a good one. Outdoing Amazon Flex. Maybe share with us, Jashawn, down the line, maybe for next week, maybe some average earnings per hour in your city on Amazon Flex. I know that Tampa, Rideshare Tampa, he always sends me a lot of good updates on Amazon Flex. I think you get like different stat. I think he's in the professional status already. And just curious to find out what you are earning there. How big is your batch? Like, I mean, you're going out there, Jashawn. How big is your batch? How many hours are you averaging? Obviously, December is an extremely busy month for Amazon, right? That would be cool. I'd appreciate that, right? So, you claim your batch, you go out there, you do your deliveries, just like you're getting Amazon to your door. Some ring the bell, some don't. I hope that people actually leave a gift or something out there for the gig workers this Christmas. If you're listening up, people ordering through Amazon, people ordering through Uber Eats, all those businesses, all those homes that are receiving Amazon packages, that are receiving food through the delivery apps, that are getting safe trips from A to B, please, this Christmas more than ever, 2020, reward your rider, reward your Uber or Lyft, reward your Uber or Lyft driver, reward your Amazon Flex driver, reward your Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates, delivery driver in form of a big thank you, a nice gift, right? And it's called a tip, TIP. Tip well, my friends, because these people have been there for you in these pandemic times. The most essential people keeping the supply line going, right? Food, groceries. What would you be without the water and the food delivered to your doorstep? Reward them, folks. Reward them well. They deserve it, right? Deactivated rider needs to do is, all a deactivated rider needs to do is make another email account and bank card, and they get right back on. Sad but true, and just having read that out now, Uber, Lyft, other companies, it's up to you to tighten up that system. They should not just, they should be able to, they got to verify this, their social security number. You got to have some tests in place as a gig company so that these people cannot exploit the platform and just, oh, you know what? I'm going to create another account. And I'm going to do the same shitty shenanigans again. And I'm going to create another account. Why? Because it just takes another email, right? Another credit card, another email, and I'm back in the mix doing my same shenanigans. That's got to stop. So tighten up your systems here. Tighten up your systems, executives, right? Do something. Board of directors, do something. Lyft executives. Make it better. Make it better for all, for drivers and for riders. Pay, safety, and start bringing down these wrongful deactivations. It's terrible. The amount of letters that I get on wrongful deactivations is absolutely awful. Jashawn, good info, says I have 33 packages for a 3-hour block at $69. Okay, so we start working backwards. $70 divided by 3. You're looking at $23 an hour. You're driving around. That obviously doesn't account for the wear and tear of your car, the gas. So what would be interesting, Jashawn, is like, okay, what did you have to gas up in the tank to do those? Well, no, because you're going to do full 3 hours of driving. He has to do 33 packages. It's a lot of packages from there to there to there to there to there to there. Okay, it's all staggered out and it's mapped out. Cool, they do that for you. They do it very, very well. The most effective way to drop off 33 package. But at the end of the day, it's still hardcore 3 hours of driving, right? It's not like with Uber and Lyft where you're sitting there and you're waiting a bit, and then you maybe go through the drive-through, through in and out, go chill, you got to read a little bit on your phone, boom, off it goes, you do another little trip. Then it's downtime, another little trip. No, This is literally, think of it, 33 packages, 3 hours, 11 on average, 11 packages an hour. You break it down, 11 packages every 60 minutes, right? That's a lot. 11 packages every 60 minutes, right? That means literally, if you divide it every 5.5 minutes, Jashawn is dropping off one package. Next 5.5 minutes, another package. Next 5.5 minutes, another package. 3 hours of driving, $69, $70, $23 average per hour, less his gas. Out of that 23, what are you left with? James Campbell says driver license or government ID should be required. SSN is going a bit too far, but you can't fake a government ID. Okay, well, I'm throwing out suggestions. The bottom line is that the system has to be tightened up, right? Has to be tightened up. I mean, a driver has to, if you're creating a driver account, you've got to submit all of that information. You're putting in your driver's license, your name, your address, your social security number, your phone number, your email, your bank account, because you want to you're giving them a lot of information. Why shouldn't riders do the same? Why shouldn't riders be subjected to the same? Exactly. Although social security numbers should still be used in the background check, of course. Why is it only us subjected to a background check, right? You've done a background check against me. Okay, there's no criminal records. Okay, good. You green light. You can go and drive. What about that guy, that random guy at 2 o'clock in the morning in Hollywood that gets into my car? How have you checked him or her? Right? Are they a lunatic with a whole, with a whole history, with a whole criminal history, and then suddenly the guy's in my car? Works both ways. Dear CEOs, check them out. If you're checking us out, check them out. Tighten it up. Find new creative ways to tighten up your security. And I will be throughout the week going back to this and raising funds. So far in this live feed on Monday, we've raised $15. I appreciate that. Got 3 $5 donations towards the cause. That's okay. That's good. It's a great start. Jashawn says packages are usually in the same area or close, which makes complete sense, right? You're going to send a guy from here and then 10, 15 miles, the next package is all, boom. Here's your batch, and you move around in that zip code, down the street, one delivery, down the street, next, all super, super close. But still, at the end of the day, you're doing 3 hardcore hours nonstop, right? To do 33 packages. Packages are usually the same area code, usually takes $8 to $9 to fill back up after. Okay, cool, that's good. So you're looking at $69, less your $9 maybe on gas. Those are very real numbers. $60 you've made, average of 20 an hour. Good. More than many other platforms pay. Oh, I'm sending one to Tony. Believe me, Rick. Tony is on my recipient list. There he is right there. Boom. Tony, the one and only. You're going to get a Christmas gift. You're going to get a book. You're going to read that book. You're going to learn how to treat the drivers on the street. You're going to read that card because it comes from us. Tony, the one and only, ready for your Christmas treat. There we go. And Logan and John and all those other shysters there that really, really need to learn a big lesson in how to treat people. All of them. Logan, John, Dara, all of them. Enjoy your Christmas gift. Santa Claus is coming to San Francisco. Santa Claus and his reindeer are going to be going to Lyft and Uber to deliver presents. And the rest of the world is going to read what Santa is delivering to the executives at Uber and Lyft. Uber and Lyft, Santa Claus is coming to your door. All right, my friends. I think I need another coffee. I need a coffee. Yeah, Rick, send one of those books to Tony, the one and only. James Campbell says, maybe we can write to President Biden to make a federal law for rideshare companies to check the rider's background. Not a bad idea. I'm all for getting the max information on a rider. Too much bullshit. And those Scottsdale police in Arizona, they still haven't announced the name of that high-profile guy, rider, who was in the car, who kicked that guy in the face. We want the name, Scottsdale, right? Get us the name. You know the name since October. We're in December and you still haven't released the name. I want the mugshot. Bring me the mugshot of that person. Yeah, we'll deliver coal. We should drop off a couple of trucks, right? Rick, you and I get a big truck, a big dump truck, and we just pour that coal on Market Street, just right in front of the door. Huge. You put a flag in there. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a truck full of coal. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a truck full of coal. Boom, put the flag. Just like Armstrong put it on the moon. We were here, drivers. Here's our flag. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your coal. Why not? Come on, man. We can do it. Rick and I, 2 trucks, 2 dump trucks. I'm going to check in with my little browser, see if he's downloaded one of his gifts. How's my awesome son doing?
Doing good. I'm downloading Cold War. Thank you so much.
Did you download it?
I'm downloading it. It's at, 53%.
Okay, you just downloaded Cold War. Say hi to everyone.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? From California. Send love to the country, Ryan. Send love to Arizona, to all the cities, to all the people. My son Ryan sends you love. He says, "What up, dude?" Okay, so the download is still going, or it's actually downloaded?
It's downloading.
Downloading. Okay.
53%.
And you obviously you just can't wait for it to finish to download.
This, dude.
Cool. Keep me posted, my awesome kid. Love you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Love you, bro.
Love you.
Hugs and kisses. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, checking in with the fam. Checking in with the family. All right, my friends. Let's light it up with a whole bunch of emojis. Thumbs up. Have an amazing week. Let's set the frequency. Let's light it up, light it up, light it up. Let's set the frequency for the week. Let it be a big one, right? What are we on today? We are on December the, what is it today? Is it the 7th? Yeah. So we're Monday, December the 7th. We have 18 more days and Santa is coming to town. 18 more days. We have 23 more days, and this year is gone. Unfortunately, the pandemic is not gone. Pandemic will sadly still continue into 2021. I could have sworn, had you asked me in July, August, I would have said, it's over. I mean, in fact, I did say that in videos. Oh, no, don't worry, guys. It'll be over in January 2021. No, it's not. I was wrong. I effed up big time there. So I wish you all an amazing week. Drive safe out there. Sanitize your cars. Wear your masks. Take care of your families. Do whatever it takes. And let's get into 2021. And if you can, please just go and hit the subscribe button on my real estate channel. I want to get the subscriptions up a little bit more. Lend me your support. and I will keep on fighting for you guys. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, James. Thank you, Jashawn. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, everyone in the room, for being here today. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Rena. Thank you, It's Moose. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Mohammed Khalil. I didn't see you there. Exactly. How to win friends and influence people. That's another great choice. That's another. Maybe I mix it up a bit. Maybe I mix it up. Instead of 34 of the same books, maybe we go 50-50, how to influence. That's the other one I was thinking about, just that the price tag on that one is a lot more. I believe it's like $12, $13, $15, that book, right? This one is $8. Got to really budget, right? Will Squire, New York, Dan, all of you guys, have a great one. Let me just write in here. Thank you, everyone. Happy Monday. Be safe out there. My friends, my amigos. Take care of yourselves. Much love. Thank you.